Hey guys, so look at the daylight robbery right here. Look, you got unleaded, which is 95 at 184.9. You got ultimate, which is 97 octane at 196.9. You got diesel at 206, which is irrelevant to me, but that's the diesel ultimate, 206.9, and then you got your standard at 194.9. So yeah, it's so I love the warning, not suitable for all vehicles, consult vehicle manufacturer. Right, they're probably going to ask me to get off, most probably. Oh, they haven't, great. So unfortunately I'm not giving you a true picture of what a full tank would cost, because I've got about 90 miles left on it. So but generally a full tank of fuel for this bike, which is about 14 litres, nearly 15 litres, let's call it fuel, let's round it up to 15 litres, is about 26, 27 pounds. So I try to squeeze every single little drop I've got. And then what we're going to do is obviously see, as I've explained in the intro, how much mileage is it going to give me. Right, here we go. It's giving me a range of 170 miles, which is actually more than usual. It normally gives me about 140 to 150. Look, 4,971 miles. So generally it will give me 3 trips, London, back, London, and then I have to fill up. But for the purposes of this exercise, I've just done it today just to avoid having to fill up later in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that goes up to 190, 200. As in, it will show it. Whether it happens or not, it depends. So that's now in sport. So let's begin. So I'm going to be very sensible with the reds. I'm going to be very sensible with the braking. I'm going to keep a constant speed on the motorway of 70 the whole way through, and see what that translates to in miles. I'll try to get the conversion of miles per gallon, and I'll potentially do something along the lines of is it worth, I mean, I am very well aware that this is a 1300 cc bike, so you know the fuel consumption is going to be slightly higher than, you know, an 800 or 1000 cc, depending on what bike you have. So obviously take this with a pinch of salt. This is based on my experiences with the Duke. So 6 gear, 71 mile an hour, 70, and off we go. So hey guys, just an update. So still doing 70 mile an hour, and it's increased its range by 10 miles from 170 to 180 range. You can see there how many miles I've done. I can't remember now what I had at the petrol station, but possibly 15. Hey guys, so I've just come off of the motorway, the M25, and I'm going to get onto the A217, which does have an average speed of about 40 miles an hour, so that does aid a little bit the test. I get it, but you know, every test isn't going to be the same. So your commute might be a lot of stopping and starting, which will decrease the miles per gallon and decrease the range as well. So currently 40 mile an hour speed limit. I'm going to set it at 39, 40, and currently showing 190 miles range. So that's gone. I have lost a bar, but retained the range. It's still at 170 miles, which is what it was indicating at the start of the journey, which is a good sign. However, I know it doesn't mean anything. It will start to deplete, but I have been driving, as I said, very gingerly, very just, you know, keeping speed limits, not revving the bike excessively, not rev bombing anywhere, just literally keeping it nice. So I'll look at the mileage. It's now reading 5,024 miles. So, well, on the video recap, I'll do a I can't remember what exactly I said at the petrol station, what my miles were, so no worries. So it's safe to say it's going to stay at 170 now. It's not going to make a difference. So I'll be recording again in the afternoon on the way home, and hopefully kind of gauge where it's taken us. I mean, I suspect in the afternoon it's going to deplete quite a lot quicker. I'm going to ride the same way. It's going to be the same conditions. It's going to be the same day. Obviously, this will go into a part 2, which will be the following day. So the only thing I can compare it with at the minute, I've got my Kawasaki Z800, which used to give me about 4 trips, roughly between 3 and 4, depending on how I rode as well. So if this is giving me 3 trips, it's going to be roughly the same. Obviously, I know fuel's a lot more expensive now, but it's going to give me roughly the same miles per gallon. So the Z800 was London, Kent, London, and then I'd fill up in the afternoon, which is roughly what I've been doing to this one. Sometimes a bit more to this one because I'm a little bit sure on the gauge. So it's now showing me 160. But you know, that's still very, very positive considering I've done you know, 1 full trip and it's only wasted 1 bar. So I'm happy with that. Anyways, we'll speak to you guys later. Hello guys. Just left work, en route to the Kata, and still showing 160 miles, which is what it just deducted to on the on this morning. So let's see how this pans out. So essentially I've got about 44 miles to go to home, right? 50 maybe, I can't remember. Anyways, obviously I'll work it all out from here, because from my office it's about 39, 40, 41 miles. But you know, the odometer doesn't lie, so I'll be able to share. So gonna ride gingerly onto the motorway and all the way home to then be able to kind of see how much. So technically, for all intents and purposes, that should last me home and some, and it should allow me to travel in tomorrow as well. So I'll keep you guys posted. I've now lost, in less than 10 miles, 30 miles on the range. So it's yeah, I'm hoping it picks up on the motorway. I don't know how much difference that's going to make, but I guess this is the predictive range it's giving me based on my riding at the minute, right? So I'm expecting it to kind of go up or stay the same. That would be ideal, or actually deplete as much as it should have, given that it was giving me 150 just before I left. So 160, sorry, just before I left. So you know, if it gave me 110 miles or 100 tomorrow morning, that would be ideal. That would kind of make me believe that it was giving me the accurate mileage. But yeah, it's depleting at the minute. So I've done less than 10 miles and I've lost 30 is the summarized feedback. So I'm hoping that I can claw this back or retain some of it. There we go. go, 71 mile an hour, 120 mile range, 2 bars off. Let's see what it does. If it stays like this until tomorrow morning, I'll be quite happy. I know that tomorrow morning, as soon as I start it, it's gonna go down. So I'm hoping to make 2 trips tomorrow. So, whoop! And I'm gonna run it to the 0. Obviously, dependent on petrol stations nearby. So let's see. Okay, so arrival home. Showing there was a discrepancy there between 100 miles. It went down to 90, and now it's at 110 again. I really don't get it. Halfway, so 4 bars have depleted from the fuel gauge. So there's your odometer, which is now reading 5,080 miles. So yeah, so tomorrow's another day, so day 2 of the test. So I am hoping that I can go to London and come back. We'll see. Anyways, peace out.